Hello, everyone. Welcome back to On Point Politics. And today I want to talk about Donald Trump's best case scenario for the 2024 presidential election. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop a comment down below. And so, pretty much, guys, if we look at my election model, Donald Trump leads by 2.4 percentage points in the RCP aggregate. Biden's approval rating is minus 16.4. And if we look at the difference in approval ratings, Donald Trump is 3.2 points ahead of Joe Biden in this instance. And so that basically applies here. And we get my election model projecting Donald Trump winning Arizona very easily, Georgia very easily, Illinois is only a 7-point win for Biden, 7.7% in Colorado for him. Maine at large is very close. Minnesota is a half-point victory for Trump. He's winning New Mexico by 0.4. New Hampshire is very, very close. Virginia is a 1.4 percentage point victory. Wisconsin is a 10-point win for Donald Trump in this scenario. Nevada is a 10.7 percentage point victory. Georgia is an 8-point win for Donald Trump. As of right now, it's almost voting 3 points to the left of the nation, which is very interesting. It's actually voting like, if we actually look at this, it's voting like 2.5% to the right of the nation as of right now. And so Donald Trump is poised to win this election fairly easily. But what if the polling error from 2020 were to be applied right over here? What if the polling error from 2020 did actually occur and we had a humongous landslide in the electoral college? Essentially, what would happen is we would go from 2.4, the polling error from 2020 was 2.7%. And so that would give a 5.1 percentage point popular vote, which would result in the nation swinging 9.6 points to the right. And we would apply the exact same thing over here. And we're going to see that Donald Trump is going to have a humongous projection in this map. If we go over here, we're going to fill out the safe Republican states. We're going to fill out Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Nebraska, as well as Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Missouri, South Carolina, Alaska, Iowa, and Ohio as safe Republican, with Texas and Florida joining that column. Now, if we look at California, it is still a safe Democratic state, as well as DC, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Vermont, including Maine's first congressional district. But if you notice, Hawaii actually drops below a 15-point victory. And so, with that being said, we can actually add a Maine second into the safe column. If we actually look, we'll see that it is a 24-point victory for Donald Trump in this scenario. And we'll be able to fill out some more states. However, if we look at a state like, for example, Oregon and Washington, they're still likely, but they are getting much closer. Illinois and Colorado are also becoming more competitive. Illinois is not even in the likely category for this scenario. If we go to New Jersey, it is also not even in the likely category as of right now. The states of Connecticut and Delaware are as well. If we go down to Rhode Island, they are still, in the likely category as of right now. If we look at the state of Hawaii, it is below a 15-point victory, which puts the state in the likely Democratic column for the first time in many decades. New York is only an 11-point win in the scenario. We can see that it is listed as an 11.1 percentage point victory for Joe Biden. And so this puts Joe Biden in a very bad spot. If we see Wisconsin, 13-point victory, Pennsylvania, 12-point victory. If we look at Michigan, he's ahead by 10 points in Michigan. If we look at North Carolina, it's actually a safe state. He's up by 15.7%. In Georgia, he is up by 11 points. In Arizona, he is up by 11 points as of right now. We can actually see this produces a plus 8 percentage point popular vote for Donald Trump. He's almost winning the popular vote by 9. And we can see that, states like Georgia and Arizona are voting more to the left of the nation as a result of this. If we look at the state of Nevada, Donald Trump's ahead by 13.9 percentage points. These would be humongous victories in the electoral college. And we're going to be coming down to the lean and tilt states which include Illinois and New Jersey, we could see Illinois is a 4.8 percentage point victory for Biden. He's literally winning at less than 5 in this scenario. If we look at New Jersey, he's ahead by 3.8 percentage points. These are very competitive now. And if we look at states like New Mexico, Donald Trump is up there by 3.6%. Even the Nebraska's second district actually goes likely in this scenario for Donald Trump. Virginia is a 1.4 percentage point victory for Donald Trump. Minnesota is a 3-point victory for Donald Trump. And New Hampshire is a 2.2 percentage point victory for Donald Trump. And the state of Maine at large is a 2-point victory for Donald Trump. This gives him the 347 electoral vote, victory in the electoral college to Joe Biden's 191. Now, you may say, well, this is completely outlandish. This is impossible for this to happen. There's no way Donald Trump can win 347 electoral college votes. Well, not necessarily. It is not very impossible. Biden's approval rating is around, 40%. It actually dropped below that. And Donald Trump's is at around 43, 44%. And if you add, that's like a 5-point difference. And if you add third party candidates to that, which would take around 2 or 3 points away from Biden, you could project the popular vote from 5 to 8 points. And basically, this gives me an 8.7% national popular vote win for Donald Trump. So if Donald Trump were to win the popular vote by more than 5 points, he is basically guaranteed to get over 320 electoral college votes as of right now. And so it is crazy to see how, just how much, the victories are in this state. Wisconsin is a 13-point win for Donald Trump, Pennsylvania 12.3, Michigan 10.4, Georgia's like an 11-point win. They actually become more Republican now. 11.2 for Arizona, 11.6. Florida is a 20-point victory. It's literally like DeSantis margins now in Florida. Texas is a 21.1 percentage point win. The state has not voted that Republican in many, many years. Iowa and Ohio, forget it. These states are like, 22-point victories. Ohio, as of right now, 23.6. These are humongous victories in the Electoral College for Donald Trump. You would probably end up seeing, if Florida was a 22-point victory, you would more than likely see, or it was actually exactly 20. You would see Duval flip, Hillsborough would flip, Osceola County, Seminole would flip, Palm Beach, Miami-Dade would flip, Broward would be within 12. Orange is like only a 6-point win for Biden. This county would be like a 10-point win. This is where the University of Florida is, and FSU. That county would only be 11 points. So you'd see a big landslide there, and that actually cuts Biden's popular vote lead by over a point down. Texas, a 21-point victory in the state of Texas. You would more than likely see, a humongous shift in the southern border. A lot of these counties would be way closer, only like a couple point victories. Tarrant would flip back by 15 points. Harris County would be a 2-point win for Trump. Williamson would be a 14-point win. You would be seeing huge shifts. That already brings Biden's popular vote lead down to 2. In a state like, Georgia, if it was an 11-point victory, you would see humongous shifts there. You would see huge shifts in a state like Georgia. Georgia would essentially, a lot of these, black belt counties would essentially flip. You'd see a lot of them end up going to Donald Trump. And a lot of these counties, like, Cobb would be a point victory for Biden. Gwinnett would be like a 5-point win. Henry would be like a 7-point win. Fulton would only be a 33-point victory. It would just be absolutely insane. Arizona, a 11.2 percentage point victory in the state of Arizona, forget it. It's not even close. Maricopa is like a 9-point win for Trump, which I don't think that is even in the realm of possibility. I can't see him winning that by that much. But essentially, he ends up completely turning the table. Nevada being R plus 13, forget it. Literally, the entire state is red now. The entire state's red. Yes, essentially. In California is only like an 18-point victory. So this just goes to show you, like Wisconsin R plus 13. If this really happened, R plus 13, national environment there, you would see every single county in West Wisconsin essentially flip. La Crosse would be a very narrow victory. Vernon would flip by 18. Sauk County would be a 12-point win. Ashland would even flip, including Douglas County. Bayfield would be really close. Door County would be a 12-point win. Ozaukee, a 26-point victory. Portage would be like an 11-point win. Dane County and Milwaukee would be the only major city areas to vote for Joe Biden. Michigan, a 10-point victory in Michigan would be absolutely huge. You would see these huge shifts, in the state, essentially. You would see humongous shifts here. You would see, every county in the north essentially vote Republican. And places like Oakland would only be a point victory for Biden. Wayne would be a 25-point win. You would see a place like, Washtenaw County be a 33-point win. Macomb would be a 20-point win for Trump. So it is not looking good. And without even touching the rural states, Donald Trump's already up he's already about to pass the popular vote. If I were to put Pennsylvania at around a 12-point victory, he more than likely already wins the popular vote. Donald Trump is literally only losing it by 40,000 votes as of right now. In Pennsylvania, if you look at it, area flip, you'd see Bucks County flip, Milwaukee County would flip by 5, Philadelphia will get below 50. A lot of these places, Chester would be a 3-point win. Uh, Allegheny would be a 6-point win for Biden. So you would see these humongous shifts in places like you've never seen before. If that were to actually occur, the whole country would look super red. The county map would look insane. Like if you look at Texas, look at those county margins. And just to even give you an example, look at Oklahoma now, and we'll go to the Oklahoma margin. That state is a 49 percentage point victory. If we were to go here and shift this and put that at a 49-point win, forget it. Literally look at that. Look how red the counties are. They are seriously red. Even this is like a 17-point victory. It is absolutely insane how red the counties would get. But this is essentially Donald Trump's best case scenario. If Biden is polling, on election day super badly with young voters, if he's only winning that group by like 15, if he's close to losing Hispanics, like if Trump gets within 5 or just straight up even wins the Hispanic vote, if Biden is only winning black voters, like if Trump gets 25% of the black vote, this would probably happen. If white voters shift to the right, nationally like they did in 2016, that could definitely affect the results here as well. And so that is pretty much it for this video, guys. This is Donald Trump's best case scenario as of right now. If you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Make sure to follow Twitter and join the Discord in the description down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And so I hope to see you guys very, very soon.